up? What up?
There we go.
How we
We are
doing?
live.
How we doing?
Oh,
It is Thursday.
it is that.
Oh,
Thursday back in two
I
whole
know,
weeks. I feel
2 weeks,
like it's
man.
been years or something. Like we've been all over America and back. So
It seems like it.
yeah, it's
It
been a
really,
minute, but we are here. We are back live and in color
yeah, it has
on
been.
this good Thursday night.
So yeah, so hey, let us know where you watching from.
Yeah,
Hashtag
I forgot to put
live.
that message in there.
Hashtag live.
Yeah, do that for us.
Let us know where you watching from. So, man, it has been a long 2 weeks, right?
Yeah,
And
we've been doing a lot of moving and shaking.
yeah,
A
yeah,
lot of
yeah.
moving and shaking.
I think my in-laws, man, I think they keeping us going.
You know what? Because we have been.
We've been kind of tagging with them
Well, we went. Oh
to both of
yeah,
those games.
yeah.
Yeah,
But the first one wasn't on a Thursday though. This last one. No, I don't know why. I don't know what happened before that. Yeah, but you're right.
yeah,
My parents do.
they do a lot.
Yeah, they
They
like
be
to travel a
going.
lot. They at the Saints game right now,
Yeah,
which is why they on a Thursday night with us. But they over there hollering who that.
exactly,
I got
exactly.
Georgia and the DMV in the
Yeah,
house. What's up, good
what's
people?
up, Mr. Holland? So
Yeah.
yeah, but man, yeah, but one of these weekends, right? Crystal had a 20-year reunion.
You had yours a
Yeah,
couple
yeah,
weekends ago
I
too, though,
did. It
man.
was, and it was not the same. It was not the same. Let me say that, man.
You
Look,
had one.
I don't know, like it's already like one of them things, you going and you really I know a lot of those people because I played, college sports with some of them, but a lot of them I don't know, right? But you
Yeah.
going to these 20-year reunions and stuff like that, man, it's just like you get to know a lot of things.
Yeah.
You just get to know a lot of people, you get
Yeah.
to know understand some different dynamics, within it. I can imagine somebody be out 30, 40 years or something like that, man. But I thought 20 years was like forever away, but it just seemed like it
Nah, it
was
was. I'm
yesterday.
telling you, man.
It seemed like it was
It
yesterday,
feel
man.
like we was just in high school, especially after you see all your classmates. You like,
Right.
man, these the same people I went to school with,
Man,
man.
the same person
I was
that
talking about
paper I cheated off of.
personalities
Yeah.
that paper you cheated off
The,
of.
the,
Yeah.
and yeah, exactly, man. So to see people like that, man, it's like good to go somewhere
Yeah, it
where
is.
you don't even have to introduce yourself.
No,
Like
man.
it's
It
just
just it
hugs and
felt great.
love,
It
man.
felt
It
great.
was, yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, man. I've been in I've been in this mode this week. Like, man, I wish we could go back to the class reunion. Like, it was just
Dang,
that
yeah,
good,
it
man.
was. It
It
was.
was such a good class reunion till I was just like all week. I was like, man, and I'm typically not like that. Like,
No, she
okay,
ain't.
I'm cool with Monday. I'm cool with Tuesday. It really don't matter what day of the week it is for me. You know what I'm saying? It's just a day. But man, Monday came around. I was like, man,
Yeah,
it's Monday. You
man.
know what I'm saying?
It's
Like
Monday.
my class reunion over with, man. We had a really good time. I mean, every single day it was some
Yeah,
action, man. Like Thursday night, we decorated our float. Our hometown is showing out, man. They showed out for the homecoming weekend. And
man.
we
Yeah, I
had a
ain't gonna tell.
parade. Like they didn't have school on Thursday and
Now
Friday,
I ain't
which is
never heard of that.
night and
I
day
hadn't heard
different
of that.
from when I was in school. No school, and
No
so
school for homecoming.
no. And
First of all, hold on. If you watching this live, put in there how long you've been out of high school. We graduated in 2003.
my
So
God,
drop in the chat how long you've been out of high school. Go ahead.
I've been out of high school 20 years.
20 years.
So anyway, Friday we have a parade. Like it was around noon, 1 o'clock or something like that. But Thursday night we decorate. Yeah, she said school's out. Yeah,
Yeah.
school was literally out. But the football team was in the parade. And like everybody was in the parade. We had 5 bands in the parade, including
Wow.
Alcorn State University came
Okay.
out and
ASU.
was in the parade. A couple of other local schools was in the parade. So I
Mhm.
thought that was pretty cool. But the football team was in there. And then of course you got Miss Natchez High and all that kind of stuff. So see, they said no
Yeah,
school.
no
So
school.
I mean it might be a new thing now. I don't know. But for us, I thought that was super cool. We never had, you know,
Yeah.
we never
No,
had
we was
that.
in
Like,
school. Now
yeah,
you
you
just may
had the
not have
pep
done no work.
rally and all that kind
Yeah.
of, but Man, the parade was, I'm talking about absolutely phenomenal, man. First of all, shout out to the class of 2003 of Natchez High School. We
And
had a
Hazelhurst.
whole school bus, man.
Oh, y'all did.
I
And a school
float.
bus driver.
And a school bus and a school bus driver,
had
man.
The school bus driver.
Listen, man, one of my classmates, he got his own school bus, man. Coolest school. Listen, Keith took the show. Do you hear me? I don't know if Keith is watching us tonight, but man, you took the show with that Wilson in the school bus. So our class had a whole school bus decorated out in blue and gold. We hanging out the school bus window. Did y'all know school buses got air now, man?
Man, we showed it.
They also have Bluetooth speakers all through the bus. So yes, so we was jamming out. Like we ain't need no extra speakers or nothing. Like the bus, I'm talking about the bass in there was amazing. Man. So we just had time. We decorated the school bus on Thursday night, and I mean we hung out of the windows. I felt like I was back in school. Like I am almost 40 years old. I'm hanging out of this school bus and I'm screaming to the top of my lungs. I'm throwing candy, hitting little kids in the head. It was great.
That is wild.
It was great, man. I had a really good experience, man. I really did. That was some really good times, man. And we was a hook
hanging out the side of the school bus.
We all was. That's the only way you was gonna be able to throw the candy to the kids. I didn't do that in real school time. I was a nerd then, man. I wasn't trying to get in nobody's trouble.
Your parents probably took you to school.
I just said I rode the bus, bruh. I rode the bus every single day. But man, anyway, it was a great time. So shout out to the class of 2003, man. I appreciate y'all for all of the laughs we had this past weekend. It was just unbelievable, man. I mean, we had, like I said, Quantrell in the house, 03 in the building. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, y'all represented. Look, I got something to compare.
First of all, this is something new. I have never in my life been to a day party outside of a little birthday party with my kids. But these folks had a whole day party. After they had a long night on Friday night.
Whole day party.
I didn't get to participate in Friday night, which my heart is still hurt from that. And shout out to Brittany Bell for lying straight to my face, telling me that Friday night was not going to be the business.
I tried to tell it.
It was. But Lamorne over here trying to talk me out of being a good mom. And my little kid had these little watermelon eyes. Watermelon tears just about to drop down when I tell her that I wanted to go to my high school class reunion. I was like, hey, it just so happens, you know what I'm saying, that your little deal popped up out of nowhere, but my class reunion has been planned for like 6 months. But do you mind if I go to my class reunion? And she was like, oh yeah, no problem. You can go. It's okay. He'll just do the videos. Meanwhile, tears is forming like crocodile tears, man. And I was like, I can't go. So I drove all the way down to the Natchez. And then after the parade on Friday, I drove all the way back to New York to see my daughter performed for 3 minutes and 14 seconds during the halftime game at their school. And so Nigel said she played me. She really did, man. She played me hard. But anyway, I
tried to tell her, y'all.
Lamar was like, I think you should just pump the brakes, man, because it sounds like y'all have. You should just turn around. I'm like, what kind of dad? You know what I'm saying? What that really was is he was letting me know that if our kids got a performance and his school had a game, he's not going. Okay?
I ain't saying that.
He's not gonna go.
I ain't saying that.
Tell me if Hazelhurst High School homecoming was on the same day as one of our kids was performing, tell me you would go to your kids' performance.
I would go to my kids' performance.
Yeah, you know, you do know when you lie, you scratch either the front or the back. So yesterday when you lied, you scratched the back of your head.
No. No, what I'm saying is though, like I would definitely make do. Like some got to shake. Like you go perform early, or you go.
How can you make the high school football game be early?
We go on down that end, you know, that night or something. But
see that? He did scratch his head, Rob. I'm telling you, he lied.
I tried to tell her. I tried to convince her to stay, simply because Crystal don't really go out. She don't really do anything, and she definitely doesn't see like her friends, classmates, and things like that like often. So I was just like, hey, just know that you got a partner over here. I'm gonna handle the girls. They go eat. I'm gonna make sure they take a bath. You know, like they go. I'm gonna video it. I might even get access to the field because I'm gonna show up with so much compassion that they gonna have to let me on the field to record this. If you wouldn't have made it.
Well, I tried to have the best of both worlds, right? Yeah. I tried to figure out a way. Now I do. it was the game day. Like I probably would have been okay if it was like the day party. Cause again, I still don't know how to day party. I've tried to figure it out, best as I could, but I wish that it wasn't during the game. But when I saw all of them pictures
and
look, the Friday night game,
I
was sick. I was sick.
I told her, I didn't even want to say I told you so, but I was thinking to myself, like, I know it's live now. I know
was it live?
Fun.
When I found out that they had like a whole little tunnel situation, man, I was like, this is crazy. They said somebody had one of the little electronic bulls out there at their tent.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, God,
they had
all of this. Yes, man. I'm talking about. Meanwhile, Brittany told me that this ain't gonna be the best part. You gonna be all right. And every picture I see of Brittany, she is having the time of her life.
Yeah, I'm talking about.
Oh man, and there was this slight moment when I was on 84. I eased up and I started going 55. Speed limit like 65. Started going 55, and I was like, "No, Crystal, you are a good mom." And I just kept, and I went on speeding up. But it was a moment when you said, "Man, you need to go ahead and pump the brakes." I didn't hit the brakes, but I slowed down real slow. And then this is what made it worse. My son. It was like they had their own parade coming because they was both in two totally different cars, but they was on 84 headed to Natchez at the same time that I was leaving Natchez. So I passed by their cars, and then this feeling just hit the bottom of my stomach. I was like, man, they finna go have a good time.
And look, she said the tailgate was definitely the best part.
Nah, Letitia ain't a baby.
The tailgate was definitely the best part.
Don't make this be a word. I already saw from the pictures, I could tell, man. I was like, that was it.
Man, that was it, man. I'm telling you, listen, that's why I was like, y'all really should do that every year.
Yeah, Tent City is every year, but from what I understand, I think we're gonna have a tent, every year from here on out. So if golly, look at these. All these people coming in the comments talking about you definitely missed the time.
She go Photoshop herself in the pictures.
Well, what I really hated about it is that there were people that could only make it to Friday night that couldn't make it to any other parts of the reunion. So there were people that I literally hadn't seen since the day we graduated had came to the Friday. They didn't come to Saturday or Sunday or even the parade or anything like that. So that's what kind of really hurt my feelings is that I really couldn't see. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't see everybody, but I really do hope that everybody returns back next year so that we can
after the time they look like they had, I think they're gonna come back.
So I need O3 to have another school bus float next year, and then we gonna go straight to Tent City, and I'm gonna have BJuice shots for everybody.
Don't forget the Wilson.
And please bring the Wilson.
Don't forget the Wilson.
Man, we had a time, man, and I think it's super important. I'm really glad that I went, and I'm glad that I engaged. You know what I'm saying? As much as I did, because it does what it did for me was bring back like so many childlike memories, you know what I'm saying? And I think Terrence was next to me on the bus, and he was like, or maybe Brittany said it. I don't remember. Somebody said it, but they was like, man, this is really awakening our inner child. We don't get the opportunity to just, especially as adults. Only thing we really, especially if you got kids, only thing you think about is taking care of them, taking care of household responsibilities, going to work, handling stuff in business, and you really just don't have a chance to like let down.
Right.
And there's a lot of people, from my class, that's what I'm talking about, baby. People drinking BJuice in here.
Listen,
yes.
This is real talk. She set up a BJuice shots bar.
Yeah,
she basically had a whole table that she rationing out beet and pineapple juice.
Oh, I had to mix
in the little shot cups, the little solo shot cups that I had to introduce.
And they took them down like champs.
She didn't know
they took them down like champs.
Yeah,
and now everybody's they drinking BJuice now. Here's my thing: if we drink the BJuice now, we will all still be alive to be at the 25th class reunion in 5 years. And so that's what I'm holding strong to. If everybody can just keep drinking BJuice for the next 5 years, we gonna come back stronger. Our skin gonna be tight. You know what I'm saying? Our faces are gonna be bright. It's gonna be an amazing thing to see how we're aging in reverse because we're all drinking BJuice. But back to my point, just like Anitra said, this was like super super therapeutic for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I just felt free. I felt, you know what I'm saying, like, oh man, this is a great time. You know, and then of course you're around great people, but it just gave us an opportunity really to tap into the inner child. And for me, really what I pulled from the reunion was I need to do that more often. Not necessarily, oh, let me go find all my classmates, but let me find a way to, you know, disengage from the everyday, you know, routine, like not being so laser beam focused all the time. Now, I get it, you know, we do have to be that way because we, you know, we have so many businesses and there's so much going on. But at the end of the day, you know, we can't just let that be, you know what I'm saying, all that we do or all that we experience, or let me plan a trip for me to, you know what I'm saying, disengage 3 months from now. You know what I'm saying? But more so thinking about how we can, you know, do that on a daily basis.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had so many good busting laughs over those 4 days.
Talking about deep laughs.
I'm talking about crying, laughing, man. You know, and I'm like, those are moments that we have to work hard to recreate, like, all the time. Like, we shouldn't need a certain atmosphere or environment or a group of people, you know, to make sure that takes place, you know, on a daily basis, man. I think it's healthy to do that.
I mean, I definitely think so. I don't know how you could recreate it, so to speak, on a daily basis, but that would be phenomenal.
Well, I mean, you know, I think that is more so of just finding opportunities, you know what I'm saying, to have a good time, even in, you know what I'm saying, the smallest moments of the day. You know, like today, you know, for instance, you had a customer that got on your nerves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but unfortunately, I know you're in the class of 2003, but you didn't go to Natchez High School.
No.
Had you went to Natchez High School, you could have went straight to our group chat and you'd have forgot all about.
Okay, I see.
All about that.
I agree.
That lady would have been non-existent to you. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Because all you needed to see was a video of Keith blowing the whistle and stopping the whole parade, and it just would have been the thing. And so. Yes. And so I'm saying we might not all, like, everybody doesn't have that moment or that space where they could go to, but I'm saying there's at least 5 minutes on TikTok, right, that you could get some gut busting laughs. Like, I watched, what's old dude name? Not Carlton Banks. Like, I only follow him to get a good laugh. I intentionally go to his page for about 5 minutes out of the day. And I just go there and I get a good gut busted laugh, you know. So I do that, but I'm just saying I don't think that there's a lot of people that, you know what I'm saying, that create those types of moments or know when, hey, I need to, you know what I'm saying, I need to disengage. You know what I'm saying? It's too much for me right now. We just keep stacking on life moments. We don't take moments to just pull back and say, hey, I think it's time, you know what I'm saying, for me to take a minute. You know what I'm saying? It's okay for us to take a Snickers break without eating a Snicker. You know what I'm saying? You can go and disengage for a few seconds. You know what I'm saying? Watch you a couple of TikTok videos, you know what I'm saying? And then and enjoy life in the moment, right? It gives you an opportunity to regroup, refocus, and then get back to what it is that you need to get to. I think you probably could have used a Snicker moment with that lady today.
I could have.
The way, because you came home on fire. I mean, not at me, but I was just like, dang, his day really was bad. Meanwhile, I've been messaging my classmates all day on Facebook.
Y'all still lit. That's how we was though, man. Our
because we still going.
Yeah, our class was like that. Hopefully y'all keep up the steam, man. My class, we didn't kind of.
Y'all was what, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago?
Yeah, maybe 3 or something like that. Which I didn't know if it was gonna happen. I didn't know how it, you know, like what the deal was. We didn't really start planning. Crystal class had a whole program.
Listen,
there is nobody like our class, like keepsakes, you know, and stuff like. I mean, we had
a 20-year reunion yearbook.
Yes, they had a 20-year reunion yearbook with the
before and after photos, pictures. And then you could sign it in the back like you did the yearbook when you was in high school.
I was like.
He was jello. I'm just letting y'all know. He was very jealous. Okay.
I ain't getting one. He was so sad. I ain't getting nothing.
He said, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna take this back to the committee.
Man, I'm telling them.
This is what we gonna do next year. I'm like, nobody meets for the 21st class reunion.
Man, I gotta implement this as soon as possible. And I'm gonna take it like it's my idea, just like y'all took Hazelhurst.
Your classmates watch the podcast, bro. Keely be on here every week.
It's all good. Well,
I'm just letting you know.
It is what it is.
They gonna know you out here. Well, you out here capping, as the young folks say.
I saw what I saw.
Oh,
but it
Lord,
was nice,
Brittany Bell to make it to the
nice.
comments.
It was nice.
Brittany, let me tell y'all. Here's a fair file since Lamorne didn't start with one today. Fair or foul? Now, I know we married, been married. We've been together during there since I've been out of high school, but 20 years, okay? Yeah. And so Brittany, unfortunately, she lost her yearbook in a house fire. So I was trying my best to get Brittany another 03 yearbook, and I failed to get the yearbook. Nonetheless, I brought mine so that she could, see some of the photos and stuff in there from our senior yearbook. Now, of course, people sign your yearbook, right? Everybody sign your yearbook. They gonna have their little letters and stuff in there. You know what I'm saying? These last words, okay? Now, there's some. So
I ain't gonna tell you where I heard that story, Miss Jackson. I ain't gonna tell you now. I heard how it happened.
Listen,
but I ain't go.
You're not gonna start no mess.
I ain't gonna go, but I understand that it came up Highway 28 off from Hazelhurst. Now I ain't that what I. So you telling me you ain't hear that?
You telling me? Are you telling me that Tent World, Tent Night, whatever you want to call it, Tent City, came from Hazelhurst High School?
I'm telling you.
You telling me that Natchez High copied? I was on a storyline. You better let me go back to it. Okay?
Go back to it.
Because we wouldn't even copy.
So we just had this conversation. And
I told you, thank you, Night. Night said, no, indeed.
Man, okay. I could have typed that on there too. Don't make it true.
Lamorne.
Well, I don't know that it's true or not. That's what I heard. Somebody told me that.
Of course you would want to hear that.
I didn't want to hear that. I didn't ask that question. What did y'all get this idea from?
Let me get back to my story, please. Because I'm telling you, if he take us down this road, we will not, the whole our podcast is going to be over. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So let me go back to my story.
I had a reputable
okay,
source
you want to start.
No, I'm just saying that said somebody went to the superintendent with
you
a
like
few
this
other
fire. You better be ready to add some logs on it, sir.
Because they had just went to Hazelhurst. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead with the storyline.
I'm gonna omit that from the record.
Please
record keeper, remove that from the records because he know not what he's saying.
Jury, please disregard.
Disregard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever.
You didn't hear that, ma'am. Ma'am. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
All right, go ahead. Back to the story. Fair foul.
Fair or foul. Okay. Woo wee. Who's so I don't even know where I was at. But Brittany was looking at my yearbook in the truck with the night we was decorating the floats. She looking through the yearbook, Brittany sees her letter that she had wrote to me. Now I will say right now, before all of these witnesses that's watching us on live and recorded, okay, Brittany Bell is a prophet. She a prophet before God. Everything this girl wrote down 20 years ago in my yearbook came true in our lives to this day.
Okay, yeah, she wrote it.
You read it.
I did.
Hence comes the fair or foul.
Okay, go ahead with it.
So then Brittany asked me, she was like, man, has Lamorne seen this? I'm like, well, nah, he ain't seen it. Now, I'm not really willingly trying to give him my yearbook because it's a lot of letters in there. You know, it's a lot of letters in there. It's so... I was like, oh, no, girl, he ain't seen it yet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So she had to ask it enough. She had to ask it enough times. You're right, Brittany. I owe you an offering. She asked enough times, so I tell Lamorne I'm going to give him the yearbook. So Lamorne reads Brittany's letter. He was like, oh, wow, that is pretty spot on.
Yeah.
Great.
Pretty spot on.
Fun time over. All right. Foul or foul? Lamorne proceeds to flip the pages. He read. I need to see. I'm looking for something.
I ain't say that.
I'm looking. Man, what? Ain't what you said?
No.
Oh,
you tripping.
Go on, scratch your head.
You tripping.
You didn't flip through my yearbook.
Yes, but everything else that you saying to I said all this. That's
you ain't say that. Now, Lamorne.
Pig's lip pork. There you have it.
You know what? He know what he did. Truth of the matter is, Lamorne flipped through my yearbook and he read several letters. Did you or did you not?
I did.
You read several letters. All right. Lamorne found stuff in my yearbook that I hadn't even seen.
Yeah,
it was somebody that had put their phone number in my yearbook and was like, call me anytime.
You got that, Jimmy.
I had never seen. I had never seen this. And Lamar was like, oh, so he just want to make it. Thank you, Brittany. It's foul. It's foul because you didn't ask. Is it okay to keep? You mind if I read a couple more? I gave you the book to the page. Listen, with Brittany Bell letter in there.
Because I listen, okay.
And you didn't say, oh, let me see. I said,
well, yeah, I just met a lot of these people. I just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just had
good reasoning for you not to proceed.
I just had, conversations with a whole lot of your classmates.
Jimmy say it's fair. Of course you would say it's fair, Jimmy.
Exactly, Jimmy. They, so I'm like, hey, let me see who, what this high school picture looked like or whatever.
You wasn't in no pictures.
I looked at the pictures and I was reading the comments.
The back of the book got the blank pages.
I read one of the comments and this guy, he starts out, hey, it's cool. I don't know what to say. We made it this far. You've come a long way. I remember you with the braces in the 7th grade, but you've come a long way. I'd like to, possibly keep in touch. I don't want this to be the last time we talk, so if you were, up to it, here's my number. Wrote the number in the book. I was like, oh, why you ain't tell me, what I'm saying? Oh, boy, I had a crush on you, whoop the whoop.
It is 20 years later. I had never
That's what she's saying. How rude is that if you ain't never read the messages the people wrote?
There's a lot going on after the senior year. You give your book away, it be gone for like 2-3 days with people writing in it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I said, okay, but I was like, was this guy? This guy wasn't there. I went and looked at the picture. You know what I'm saying?
Now he looking for him.
Yeah, now I wanted to see. I wanted to know. I wanted to know. Did I just see this cat? You know what I'm saying? Or what? I didn't know. I didn't know.
It was 20 years
I was just trying to put it all together.
I am glad that he wasn't there because had been the case and he had to wrote that in there and I had never looked at. Now looking at it, I feel totally uncomfortable because I'm like, I had never seen it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, really? What
Hold on. And then she said she would have never dated the guy, right? Now check this out. I look at the picture and I was like, this dude could really be my cousin. This dude could really be my cousin. Like,
we're gonna have to cut the podcast.
We got a lot of similarities. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you would have never dated him. Why would she just say that? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would she just say that? I ain't say you dated him. He apparently put the number in there.
This is nothing. Oh my God! Stop! This is horrible.
I say,
oh my God!
I said, oh, okay, then, I said, oh, okay.
Oh, this is trash.
He apparently put the number there.
Talking about, let me get my yearbook.
Hey,
bruh, if this is the
I would tell you what page he on, but I ain't.
It's live and in living color. This is the reason why it was filed.
Well,
all of this is the reason.
Listen. Apparently, I just wanted to know. I just wanted to connect the dots. If it was some dots to connect, but I'm saying apparently you didn't go out with it. It's
investigating in the middle of the chat. Y'all are garbage for this. Okay, do not participate in these shenanigans
because they doing the same thing I would have done. So it's fair.
You shouldn't have done it.
They doing the same thing.
I'm saying it was foul. You should have went.
That's what you said.
Brittany's page, okay?
Man.
And I would have never gave you your book if I'd have known that you were gonna go that far. Why? Because it started stirring up all kinds. You right. You had just seen these people. You also got to see these people for the 25-year reunion because it's cheaper to keep you.
Listen, I'm saying, I just wanted to. It would make me a hill of beans one way or another. You know what I'm saying?
Huh?
It wouldn't matter one way or another whether I knew if I'd have spoke to him then. I just was connecting them, just trying to connect the dots to say, oh, that was that guy that had on, you know what I'm saying, the yellow shirt.
And then what?
Then I'd have knew. I just, just connect the dots.
I'm sorry, man. This has went way left field.
I bet you want to shake his hand. I would have. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure I've shaken the hand of.
Oh yeah, I cannot stand these people. Brittany, you are no longer the prophet. Yeah, I'm talking about just ruined your witness. Do you hear me?
There'll be the light skins in the class. I don't think.
I cannot, man. You didn't have to go and give all these details. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I was just saying that was relevant. That was relevant.
He went all the way back to our yearbook and he starts looking at all the faces So these people like, hold on, this might be the.
No, I didn't say that. I just asked you. I saw the picture in the yearbook. Now I
don't even want to talk about a real topic anymore tonight. I don't. I think we just gonna have to just this podcast the reunion. Because
AB said she did the same thing, but I ain't
why? Like, what is that? You know what I'm saying? And they still going through the chat trying to get together to fix y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all my classmates. Why is y'all entertaining this dude? Man, we done said that this foul. Now y'all foul. You know what I'm saying? That's who foul. You know what I'm saying? 100% foul. We gonna talk about a real topic tonight, and you just stirred up this kind of mess.
Hey, well, this is a topic.
Is it?
I'm just saying because you think I ain't thinking nothing of it, really. You know what I'm saying?
Because you the one that went through
the number is probably disconnected. You know what I'm saying? I ain't like I feel like.
Now look at it. Look at this. The number probably disconnected. Yeah. Did you call that boy phone number? Man.
What I look like?
Hey, what you look like?
What I look like?
Beat you shots for everybody, please. Man. We need a shot. I need a shot of water on the rocks right now.
No, I ain't call that dude.
I am
I'm
hot.
not calling that number. That ain't, no.
When you investigated everything else,
man, I took one more step. I read the thing and I said, "Dang, who is this cat?" And then I went and looked at the picture in the yearbook.
I think I'm more shocked at the fact that I didn't even know that was in there.
That's what you. I mean, it's okay. It just you can be okay with telling the truth. Who don't read this stuff? You know what I'm saying?
I did not. I'm telling you, I did not see that in there.
That girl said I used Star 67 down. I remember that Star 67, Star 69.
Is that still a thing?
I don't know.
I don't even know, man. Oh my God, this has worked me up. I did not think we was going this place. We had a real topic. You have totally ruined that. It's gone, man.
Look, I'm just saying, man, that ain't no thing. So Star 67 still work. Man.
She said she still used Star 67.
Man. Yeah.
For what?
I don't know. It must be on a house phone or something.
I ain't gonna lie. As a kid, I did use Star 67. As an adult, if I'm gonna call you, you know what I'm saying? You gonna know my number showing up.
She might be using it now. That might be why she want to ask if it was working or not. She gonna try.
AB said you already called it.
I ain't called him. I could have met him at some other function that they had. I don't know. Oh, I could have met him this week and just didn't remember his name.
I haven't seen the guy in 20 years. Literally, I did not know that was in that yearbook. And Lamar can say whatever he wants to say about that. And definitely it'll be a little awkward now because half the class know. And I'm sure this is probably gonna go in the group. You're gonna just ruin it all.
Man, listen, I ain't saying nothing. I ain't said nothing.
Not just how you know he wasn't there. How you know? You know what I'm saying? I don't even know. We didn't give no names. Oh my God.
No.
Brittany, you slept
nor physical man. Attributes.
Yeah. Hey.
AB didn't win it. I'm just like, yeah. Hey, well.
Listen, maybe back in school he did kind of resemble Lamar, but I didn't see the dude like that.
We met our senior year.
Yeah, like one time. Then I didn't see you again until like
and then I
second semester freshman year or something.
Different then or something.
I wasn't remembering him. If that's what you're asking, I didn't
I said
how did we get here? For a fair foul.
I ain't ask nothing, but I'm gonna tell you something. A hit dog go hard.
Oh my God, this girl say they still look like. No, they don't. Nitro, listen, get out the chat.
You see what I'm saying, Jimmy? You remember, man.
Next time I see you, bro, I'm punching you, man.
I missed you at the reunion too, Jimmy, man. I thought you was gonna make it down there.
That girl said y'all still look alike. Okay, all right. Man. So here's the deal. All right,
let me see.
It happened. Okay.
Hold on, what happened? Dun. What
you read my yearbook.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah.
And I'm letting it go. Okay.
All right. Let it go.
But I'm gonna need all of y'all in the chat
do like Frozen and let it go.
To let it go.
Let it go.
Are we gonna do a real topic tonight? We're here to help people. Okay. We're supposed to be talking about love and business. We're done with love for tonight.
Okay.
Let's talk about let's talk about business because the love part just went so far out. We're gonna need, ma'am, can you take all that from the records? Okay, just scratch all of that from the records and let us just let. Thank you, Brittany. How we get rich? That's what we talking about today.
Rich in what? In love? Or,
no. We want to be talking
rich
about
in class memories. And,
we want to talk about
embraces.
In business.
You know what I'm saying?
So you had a topic for tonight.
Lamar,
I'm telling you, I'm gonna hit this end stream button, man, because I'm not going back there with you. These people that lit you up in this chat, and y'all wrong for that. Okay. That's all I gotta say about that. And Jimmy, I thought we was brothers, man. Brothers and sisters. Thought we was family for life, boy. Yeah. Come on, man. Hey, no, I don't want to meet you in no Louisiana after you to put me under the bus like that. Come on, man.
He could have been talking to me.
He ain't talking to you.
He could have been talking to me.
It's my brother. Come on, man. Yeah. Get your topic out.
Man, I forgot what it was.
You a lie. It's in your phone. I'm not gonna be talking about this dude all night.
Well, you know what? You want to know why? You want to know why?
Please, Lamont, go with the topic. It's not helping in here.
You know. So it's hard to be faced with the uncomfortable truth, isn't it?
Okay, that's how you gonna start. That's how you gonna hit your segue for your topic. Y'all, I'm gonna hit y'all with a dude.
It's hard. No, seriously, man.
You're not serious. I know that's the topic, but you didn't have to segue into the topic like that.
It just rolled out like that. The uncomfortable truth.
All right. Okay. You don't want to use me on me, okay?
Well, no. So
I'm telling you, it's gonna come back to you 100-fold.
Yeah. So come on. And if you open this wrong, there's a picture of the dude. Girl, that dude. I ain't that cat.
No, he's not at all.
I ain't that dude at all.
He is purely joking.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Give me your topic. Don't do that.
That was it. You know the topic.
That was the uncomfortable truth. Let's go with it. All right, great.
Here's what I'm realizing. I think I'm in a pivotal transition in my business, right? Where I feel like I have, reached a level of success and I've settled there, floated for a couple of years, so to speak. Focused on some other stuff, but just not really realizing it. But I realized how comfortable I had gotten with deceiving myself to think that I was still winning, even though I wasn't, because I wasn't progressing and being better myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I really look at it, when I'm around situations where the uncomfortable truth comes out, after you read documents and things like that, and you see these reports and you see how you could be doing, or you see, who you could have went out on a date with or something like that. And then you like, dang, okay, how does this, make me feel? Because I'm now confronted with the uncomfortable truth.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it was like, now, now Crystal scratching her head. Okay. Yeah. So now, like, as you continue to try to transition, from being in that place of where you're deceiving yourself, or where you are, finding people to compare yourself to that's on the same level as you, just to make yourself feel okay about it. Mm-hmm. Right now, like, how long are we going to stay there? You know what I'm saying? Versus really facing and running head on toward the uncomfortable truth.
I did not know that you was going to go there with the easy or even the complacency, because I had a scheduled post. Post that went out. That said,
it was scheduled. Okay with scheduling it. Okay.
It was scheduled.
It was okay with scheduling.
So let the Lord use me. Okay. It said easy is the breeding ground for complacency. And so I think that maybe that is what you were just describing there.
Yeah.
Is that, okay, I'm okay with doing, the easy parts. And literally all it does is help us to, skate into a mode of complacency.
Right.
Yes. Whereas, for me, I try to feed myself the motto of do the hard things first.
Yeah.
Not that I like doing the hard things, but because if I do the hard things first, eventually those hard things aren't hard for me anymore.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And it's not that they legitimately get easy. I just get better. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because I force myself to do the hard things first.
Yeah.
But obviously, you know what I'm saying, in one of those types of situations where you maybe you got comfortable with doing routine, mundane tasks, stuff or whatever, and you just kind of float into a level of complacency, whereas, it's important for us to be able to challenge ourselves in some type of way to make sure that those layers of complacency don't
Right.
get there.
And that's essentially what I feel like, me looking at your yearbook, that's what I feel like that may have done, right? Help me not be as complacent as I probably
we gonna go back there.
I probably
we
was.
Go back there.
So you're married for 15 years, you got kids and life and business. And just like you said, we don't oftentimes take a lot of time to really go back and disconnect or whatnot. So
you see not just how he just swung that back around like that. I'm talking about swung it back. Go ahead.
I'm just saying sometimes it just, it takes a little bit of, dang, okay, a little bit of
inspiration. Is it because y'all got the same color eyes?
No, it just takes a little bit of inspiration to know, what I'm saying, that, hey, you may have been being a little bit too complacent. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta, gotta change it up a little bit and try to.
I gotta step my game up because somebody liked you 20 years ago.
I'm just saying, hey, they out there.
Antonio, he's so quick with it till I'm scared because he ain't this quick on the move. I see now.
Man, I'm trying to build into the topic.
No, you're not.
I'm trying to help.
No.
But I can help.
You want to settle out
people on here.
It is
married. So I'm married. I'm telling you what it is to me, the gospel. That's
go ahead.
Go
ahead. Tell your gospel then, because this ain't the gospel. This is Lamont's gospel.
Well, okay? It's the truth.
Okay,
I'm just saying
it's your truth.
Hey, when you look at it, and it's just like, hey.
So you're saying that sometimes you need a little something to ruffle your feathers a little bit, to keep you on your A game. I ain't gonna say
ruffle your feathers, but be brought to your attention.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Just some things to be pulled to the forefront, so that you can really realize. Because I can look at again my business and say, hey, man, we were flat. We didn't hit a 25% projection as it relates to our growth marker, and it's something like that. We could have fell grossly short of it, and I could have blamed it on a matter of things.
Yeah,
but because I felt like, hey, everything was comfortable around or whatever, my energy was going to other places, I became complacent.
Gotcha.
And the same thing again happens in relationships. It happens in business partnerships. Some business partnerships can start off and everybody is firing on all cylinders. People meeting deadlines, getting work out on time. And then the more you do business with this person, then they may feel like, oh, it ain't no big deal. It ain't no big deal. I'll
built a relationship. I got the, I got the rapport.
And they get complacent.
I can move a little slower.
If they don't, as if they still don't need to earn your business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As if your dollars now are just permanently captured.
Yeah.
But we do that sometimes as business owners. And I'm saying in life in general, I'm trying my best to now shake out of that and apply that to all phases of life.
Absolutely.
It just so happened to be inspired by something that was written in this phase of it.
20 years ago.
I didn't say a time frame, but something that was written that I read. So you can think it's that or not. I don't know.
Yeah, please bring it on home, Lamont. I get it. You know what I'm saying? And really, I think that we all do that, right? In some way, shape, or form. But what we really have to recognize, just from this example, from the 20-year-old example, whatever you want to do with that, I think it's important, what I'm saying, that we all don't just, fall into that, okay, I got it, I'm good, what I'm saying, and never try to, sharpen your skills or what have you. And I thought about, so we're about to do a new business venture here soon, and what I've been intentionally doing is I have conversations with people that I think I may, want to be in partnership with.
Mm-hmm.
I see how they respond, you know what I'm saying? Like to different situations, right? Like say, for instance, if I wanted to contract somebody out, to do some work or something like that. I see, what I'm saying? I see how they respond in the conversations with me, what I'm saying? I see how they respond, what I'm saying, with other people, what I'm saying? Like I'm now investigating things, what I'm saying, on a completely different level.
Yeah.
Because I want to know, okay, if I'm going to want to go in partnership, what I'm saying, with different people, I need to know, what I'm saying, how are they going to perform, right?
Right.
And so for me, it's important that I see consistency everywhere, right? If I'm going to partner there. But a lot of times people don't even take into consideration that everything is an interview. You know what I'm saying? Everything is an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Even like in an interview, I always say every part of interaction in the interview is a part of the interview.
Yeah.
Whether we're actually meeting in front or not. But they'll get complacent and think, oh, I done made it to the in-person. I'm good now.
Yeah, I just need to show up.
And the next thing you know what I'm saying, during the interview, they didn't hit an F-bomb here, or, they just using all types of profanity. And I'm just kind of looking at them like, you think this okay? Just because you made it, because your resume was good, you know what I'm saying? Because your references checked out, you know what I'm saying? Because your phone interview was good, and then you get here in person and you slaw. Because you thought that steps 1, 2, and 3 got you, you know what I'm saying, in the door, so you good.
Right.
And I think that's just how we do a lot of things in life, is we just walk, you know what I'm saying, we walk through, and then when we think we've gotten to where we feel like we're good, complacency sets in.
Yeah.
And that's not, you know what I'm saying, like, if you want to, you know what I'm saying, have more, do more, you got to be more. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just be stuck in, you know what I'm saying, in a particular phase and be like, oh, okay, well, this how I did it. Or I hate when people say, oh, this how we always did it.
Yeah.
What? How is it, you know what I'm saying, that everything else around you can change but you?
Yeah.
Like, if you want, more sales, a bigger team, or, you know what I'm saying, more production, whatever the case may be, you're going to have to switch gears, because nothing stays the same. That is the one truth.
Yeah, because if not, you go down
100%.
regardless. But I think what happens a lot of times is people get, I know I have become more or less like, instead of really measuring myself based on the vision that I had from the beginning, I start to measure myself based on other people that I see. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I'm doing okay along the same lines as my peers, then I become okay, versus really looking at the vision that I had for myself and really running against myself.
It's me versus me.
Yeah, it's me. It should be me versus me, but oftentimes it's me versus what is my market area doing? What are my peers doing? And if I'm running in the pack with them, then it becomes, okay, I'm okay. I don't want to be, I ain't got to be first, but I ain't got to be last either. But if I scale it against the vision that I originally had, then I'm way behind.
Yeah. Then you got to clock it as an L.
I'm way behind.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's important. Which is why, we always talk about, you know what I'm saying, setting goals and having a vision, you know what I'm saying, and being super focused on, what it is that you're working to accomplish, so that when you have those moments of complacency, you know that you're out of place. Because at some point in time, if you're not running in, at the pace that you need to, you know what I'm saying, meet that particular vision,
right,
you gonna know that complacency gonna light you up. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like, oh, hold on now. I've been coasting here, and look at where I'm at.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's super important. What you said is to go back. You know what I'm saying? Go back, reflect, and look. Not to go back, reflect, and because some people go back and reflect and they get lost in 20 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They do.
I don't need you to go back to 20 years ago.
They start to think about what could have been, what should have been, what could have been, what should have been.
Don't get lost in that. Because at the end of the day, you still get the light eyes. Yeah, so you don't have to get lost in that, right? We don't have to worry about that. Yeah. I'm just encouraging folks not to get stuck in the past, right? Like, we can look back, measure, scale, whatever it is that we're, that we're trying to scale there. But it's super important that once we get a sight on, oh, this is what the vision was, boom, we need to now go run forward to, to be able to accomplish that. But, complacency for me, I think, it's more so important for me to know, hey, am I here because I chose to be here? Was it circumstances? Like, I would start to reflect, right? To figure out what got me there, so then I can work on how to get me out of it.
Right.
Yeah, I would most definitely start working, literally self-assess. I'll say that all the time. Like, that's my favorite thing to do. I sit back and I ask myself questions. You know what I'm saying? Why? What? When? Well, who? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just going through all these questions in my mind that help me to gather an understanding of why I'm in the space. And then I don't sulk on it. You know what I'm saying? It's just, oh, okay, I see what happened here. All right, let's shift gears. I know how to get myself in the, I'm saying, in the forward direction now. And the reflection part is important, but it can also be dangerous if, you one of them types of people that just, oh, now it's woe is me because I said I was supposed to, I didn't, It's like, hey, just like me, I'll take myself as an example, back in July or August or whatever, I'm just standing there, and I'm looking in the mirror. I said, man, this ain't me. It's me, but it ain't me. It ain't me. This ain't me. This ain't the me I want to see. You know what I'm saying? So I give myself, you know what I'm saying, all of these, okay, what is it? Well, all these excuses that you want to have, all right, snap out of it. Let's get to it. You know, and for me, it has turned into now, you know, almost 3 months of you know, not doing pork and beef and chicken and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Routinely drinking my beet juice every day, you know, doing my workouts every day, you know, making sure that I'm communing with God every day, you know, but for me, it wasn't just, hey, I don't necessarily like the way I look in the mirror. It was more so of, hey, I want to be healed, healthy, and whole. You know what I'm saying? But I made that decision because I had a vision of myself. You know what I'm saying? I knew what I wanted, you know, not just for me to look like physically, but I knew what I wanted, you know, mentally, emotionally, spiritually for myself. You know, so now that I'm eating better, I feel better. You know what I'm saying? Like now that I'm eating better, I'm less irritable, you know what I'm saying, as quickly. You know what I'm saying? Now that I'm eating better, you know what I'm saying, I'm having more clear conversations. You know what I'm saying? I'm not cloudy. So much can come from that. All because I self-assessed. You know what I'm saying? I took the time to look in the mirror and say, hey, you got to fix this. And I think, 100%. You know what I'm saying, for sure, after we do the reflection, the second thing we have to do is take ownership.
You got to take ownership of it.
You got to take ownership of where you are, not taking a moment to sulk and all that kind of stuff. We ain't got time. We got to take ownership of where we are, you know what I'm saying, and making sure that, hey, I understand how I got here. Maybe, you know what I'm saying, I understand the why of, you know, why I'm here. But at the end of the day, I have a responsibility to fix it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's weird how we will, as people, will take ownership for some random stuff. And I'll give an example, but we won't take ownership for the stuff that really directly impacts us. Right. So I'll give you an example. I don't know if you remember this, but we were on our way to Natchez one day. And an 18-wheeler was flipping over in the median.
Oh yeah, I remember that. And we stopped to help the guy get out the truck.
Exactly. So help the guy get out of the truck. One of the other guys that stopped to help too, he says, man, I saw him swerving, man. Man, I saw him. This is all my fault. I saw him swerving. He must have been sleeping or something. I should have blew my horn. Now, I'm thinking to myself, not in that moment, but I remember it just for some reason. And I'm like, why is he taking responsibility for that? You know what I'm saying? But it'll be something like that where you're okay with taking responsibility for, I don't know why, when it really don't even belong to you. Or like, but when it comes to where you are in life, then we're blaming on all the circumstances around us.
Yeah.
Versus taking responsibility for our actions ourselves.
Well, because self-reflection is uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like and I think that it's super important. I try to tell the girls that, you know what I'm saying, or I'm trying to at least, you know, help them to see, like with that time when we asked Caitlin about the volleyball game.
Yeah.
And she wanted to talk about what everybody else on the team did wrong.
Pray for my baby.
Except for her. You know what I'm saying? And I immediately said, hey, I didn't ask you to tell me the faults of your teammates.
Yeah.
I asked you to give me you know what I'm saying, an overall collective of, you know what I'm saying, how you felt about the game.
Yeah.
So I didn't ask you to, you know what I'm saying, tell me the wrongs of other people. I said, that's not where we are right now. You know, but even in that conversation, she did not want to take ownership, you know what I'm saying, for any of her mishaps during the same game.
Right.
You know? And so I'm you know, just because you said that, I think it's very difficult, not even for adults, but for kids, you know what I'm saying, to take full-blown ownership. And for us, it's important that we keep having those conversations with our daughters to help them to see that ownership is important. You know, it does show another level of maturity, right? Where you're in a situation, because nobody else can control what you do but you.
Exactly.
And even sometimes you can't control, you know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no way she want to hit the ball and it go this way and it's supposed to go that way.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? But take ownership of the fact that I was the person that gave the action.
That's
you know what I'm
it.
saying?
And work to get better.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that, even as adults, you can see it in a child. They don't want to take responsibility. You think about now, that's magnified to age 30, 40, 50, 60 years old, where all my life I have not wanted to take ownership.
Right.
So for me, I'm trying to get it to the point where, you know, where our girls are taking ownership for their situations, so that as they become adults, they can self-reflect.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's been several situations in, you know what I'm saying, in my life where I'm like, oh nah, that's on you. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta take full-blown ownership of that. You know, and it might shock some people, you know what I'm saying, to the level of extreme, you know, that I decide to take ownership. But for me, I have a comfortable relationship with the truth.
Yeah.
And that's where it really, you know what I'm saying, starts at, is when you have a comfortable relationship with the truth, it's much easier, you know what I'm saying, for you to take ownership in those types of situations.
I 100% agree.
Yeah.
I think your thought process of being able to, self-reflect and really have that conversation with yourself and be comfortable with the truth that, of where you are, because the truth of the matter is you don't have to stay there.
Right.
You know
that's what's amazing about it, is that it's just the truth for the current moment. Most folks don't want to face the truth because I'm thinking maybe they think it's permanent. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they thinking that it's, you know what I'm saying, it's stuck in stone, it's now concrete, that if I say this truth, it's forever. It when really and truly the truth is the most freeing thing for us, you know what I'm saying, as human beings. If we speak it, you know what I'm saying, then, even the Bible says, you know what I'm saying, that there's freedom in that. But if we never take ownership of what is real and true, we can't push past where we are, because we just get to live in la la land of denial.
Well, what'll happen is, really, if we're not honest about our real flaws, then we really don't get to be around or be with the help that we really need, or the examples. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just don't, if we don't tell the truth of really where you are, or who you are as a person type deal, then you don't really get to gather that energy or that knowledge that helps you be healed and whole, But if you still just put on a facade or something like that to blend in with everybody else, then you never really, you don't
get to know yourself.
Yeah, you don't get to know yourself, and you're still not seen for the real you.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? It's just a representative.
That's so muddy, man. You know what I'm saying? To go and be in a space, you know what I'm saying, and not be legitimately who you are, and then when you leave the space, now you're totally, you know what I'm saying, upset or uncomfortable with your own self, because you haven't been who you really are in any space. And I'm like, no, I can't be with myself in a cage all day. Like, that would be weird, you know what I'm saying, to me, to just, I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna be this, and when I get home I could be. I'm like, no, like, I want to be in my truth everywhere it is, that I am. So
you give beat shots.
Yes, you know what I'm saying? That's exactly why I set up a beat shot bar at the class reunion, because I was me there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would have done that anywhere. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just because I was there. It was like,
but you showed up in the space the way that
I showed up as me,
even though it could have been uncomfortable, but because you showed up as you're comfortable.
It didn't matter to me whether somebody wanted to take the beat juice shot or not. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, hey, I'm just trying to make sure you can show up for the 25th, my man. Come take the shot. You know what I'm saying? I kind of realized that I was breathing a little heavy when I was walking up steps. And so, hey, I'm just trying to help all of us.
Everybody.
Like
the people wearing heels, that
everybody,
that know they hurting.
But I think that it's super important that we realize, like, now, don't get me wrong, I don't think that I have been this magnified, you know what I'm saying, all of my life, but I do believe that over time I started to realize that my truth was okay. And it's super important that people realize that when you show up in spaces, with the truth, then I think there is so much more to be had in any space, right? Like, there is no way an employee's not going to know my real thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to tell them from jump, hey, we got an issue here, or hey, you're doing well here, whatever the case. Like, I don't ever want them to think or have to wonder, am I doing okay? Or, oh, do I need to tighten up? Like, you're going to know. You know what I'm saying? You're going to know.
I need to get better.
Okay, you're going to need to fix that. You know what I'm saying? Versus me trying to scurry around it, you know what I'm saying? Or do some kind of random little email or something like that. No, I think the directness of truth is enough. And there's not enough people that are okay with the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever that is, whether I like what's coming at me or not, as long as it's given, you know what I'm saying, in a respectful form, you know what I'm saying? Then I just wish more of the world was okay
to feedback like
that, with just hearing the truth and not having, you know what I'm saying, so much feelings on their shoulder. Now, here's where I think the disconnect is that when people do get the truth and they're offended by it, it's because they don't take the time to tell themselves the truth. You know what I'm saying? Whereas I'm okay when somebody brings me truth, because I'm in the mirror every day telling myself truths. Because I know that's what's, you know what I'm saying, gonna make me better.
Right.
But folks get real quick offended when you got to tell them about themselves. Well, it would be much better, you know what I'm saying, if you tell yourself about you. You know what I'm saying? So when somebody else come with it, you have enough practice, you know what I'm saying, at receiving the truth, right? Like the first truth I'm gonna get is from the word. I'm gonna take my truth from the word, period. Whatever it says, that's the truth.
Yeah.
Right. The word is the truth.
Facts
I got
can
that.
change, but that's the truth.
But the word is the word. You know, secondly, I'm going to give myself truths.
Yeah.
And then so when somebody else brings the truth to me, whether it's, you know what I'm saying, constructive criticism or feedback or whatever, I know how to receive it. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand. But a lot of times people do not want to step into that, you know what I'm saying, into that space because they have been running from whatever, you know, their truth is in any type of situation.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. 100%, man. It's just, I mean, Max, I don't know, he could have been a therapist or something. Taking ownership is a hard concept because acceptance takes precedence. Accepting things as is allows an escalation process to safeguard each excuse until the person gets broken. And that's, I mean, that's it.
That's good, Max.
Yeah, that's it right there, man. You just keep on making the same, you know, same pushback, same excuse until
and then it comes in a weird blow up.
Yeah, a lot of times it can because you flustered. You know what I'm saying? You flustered that things ain't going your way, you know, or if you hiding in an identity that really ain't yours, that you know that don't fit you, you changing faces every time, like that gets old, man.
Yeah. And I just think that it's a healthier process, you know, to have a conversation with yourself, you know, regarding your truths, which is why I said, you know, I mean, you said it yourself. Your deal was, hey, I had to, you know, tell myself, hey, I've gotten complacent here. You know what I'm saying? I like where I'm at. I'm liking the money I'm making. You know what I'm saying? I like the system I got set up. I'm complacent. I said that I had to say the same thing to myself, man. I'm, you know, happy in life, you know what I'm saying? Happy in love and business, you know what I'm saying? I'm complacent, you know what I'm saying? Sitting around here eating Skittles and Cheetos and, you know what I'm saying? All
Oreos,
kinds of Oreos, you know.
Oreos, I miss them Oreos.
I ain't bought them in months.
I know.
Hey, the truth is they're not good for you.
The truth is,
that's the truth. Okay. Even Max is on here. I'm sure Max will agree. The point is, you know what I'm saying, is being able to, you know, accept that truth, right?
And
do
something about it.
And absolutely do something about it.
But I guess that's the part of most of us, that really shows another level of truth, because when you really don't have the discipline to do it, like that's like, hey, let me just be honest with myself. I ain't got the discipline to do it at this moment. So let me take a small incremental step to get there.
Or at least if you know that, then be an adult. Don't get offended when somebody calls you on your stuff.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Just being honest with yourself. Just to say, you know what, I dang, man, how many things have I started and I stopped? You know what I'm saying? Like legit. And I'm talking to me. You know what I'm saying? Like the hose pipe get wet before the yard do any day. So I'm talking to me, although I'm saying it, you know, it's just, you know, like look at the consistency of it, like take ownership of that, you know what I mean? From a business perspective, from a health perspective, just all around the board, like where are you on these certain things?
You know, and then after you had an ownership piece of it, then of course you got to create an action plan, like knowing it, you know, obviously, you know, coming to face with the truth obviously is a difficult space. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not necessarily comfortable, obviously, with the uncomfortable truth. But then taking ownership of it, you know, it's freeing, you know, in that space. But our brain, you know, like we've talked about before on this podcast, our brain is actually wired to think that we've done a thing just because we've talked about a thing. You know, and so the ownership piece of it can't be, you know, the last piece of the puzzle. It has to be an executable action plan put in place. You know, there has to be something that you're going to decide to do based off of those other two steps, you know, and for me, that's what seals the deal is after I've done the self-assessment, after I've taken ownership, then what's your plan of action? You know, now clearly I have some extreme plans of action, but you know what I'm saying? For me, that extreme plan of action was I really wasn't put out here to be eating meat every day. So let's see how well I do without it. You know, that extreme plan of action was I set some gummy bears and some sour straws on fire and they didn't melt. I clearly don't need to be eating those. It's extreme plan of action. Let's get rid of the candy. Let's get rid of the stuff that is not serving me well and see how, you know, how that goals for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I am inside of a real action plan right now.
Yeah.
You know, and it's showing fruit. And that's the thing, you know what I'm saying, that most people don't go through to even see. It's like you want to plant the seed and tomorrow you want to see the tree. I'm not expecting to take my shirt off tonight and see a 6-pack. I've seen one before. I know how to get it. But I have no expectation after 3 months, you know what I'm saying, of doing what it is that I've been doing to then, you know what I'm saying, walk straight in the mirror and feel like I'm you know what I'm saying, at supermodel status. Yeah. You know, but that's the thing though, is when we're not accustomed to, you know, to consistently doing the work, we are quick to look for a result.
We need a win right quick.
And,
need a quick win.
I am sorry to tell everybody that is watching with us tonight, that is just not how life works, right? That's like Letitia comes and tells me the day after she has taken, no, it's the same day, the same night. Letitia tells me, I took my beet juice shot this morning and I don't feel no better. I said, you took a whole beet juice shot. Look, teach you with your cup of beet juice, and now you want all of your knee problems for the last 20 years to go away. It just don't work that way. I said, no, I'm gonna need you to go and buy you several bottles of beet juice. Do this till the next time we see each other, and you probably gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? But my reward is the consistency. I don't set my reward on, you know what I'm saying, oh, well, let me go look in the mirror and see how I look, or let me go get on the scale and see how many pounds I lose. Because as soon as I lose, you know what I'm saying, 10 pounds, which I have, then game over. I lost 10 pounds. Yeah. And some kind of way we always find them back. We find them. They are never lost, people. They're just hiding in the closet. Unless
hiding in the refrigerator.
Somebody, you know what I'm saying? The only way, you know what I'm saying, that you never find them again is if you develop the habit of consistency and say my reward is consistency. Yeah. You can't never get that. You gotta always face it
every day.
You can never say game over on consistency. You got to do that to the day you die. That's the kind of action plan that you have to set forth.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying, in front of yourself. What he said.
Yeah. The process is more important.
For sure.
The process is more important.
For sure. But I'm, whatever that is, great. But we just have to be okay with having full-blown consistency in whatever that direction is. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And not losing sight of, what we said to do. So that's why I said I'm not setting a goal for a certain number, on the scale, right? Like, okay, you want to ramp up the agency or whatever the case it is that you want to do. A dollar amount isn't the goal. It's I serve every customer well. You know what I'm saying? It's I develop every team member well, because you can never not do that for as long as you're in business. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The goals don't need to be, you know what I'm saying, that this team member is going to hit 6 figures. This because once they hit it, then what? Right, you know what I'm saying? You lose all of your juice at that point. The goal has to be something that you can't catch.
Just to serve.
100%. As we are doing tonight, serving the people well.
Yeah. And that's it. I agree.
All right.
And it gave me enough to go and just,
chew up the meat and spit out the bones.
Chew up the meat and spit out the bone. You got to do it now. You got to do it.
Yes. Well, I feel good about it.
Sometimes it's like eating a turkey neck, but.
All right. Oh, I'm not eating turkey necks.
Turkey good for you though, ain't it?
I don't know if it is right.
Yeah.
I'm just not eating it right now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's right. You ain't but I just thought turkey was good for you. I did turkey.
It makes you sleepy. It has that stuff in there that makes you sleepy after you eat it. Anyway, it's been great tonight, folks. I'm glad that you guys hung with us for our first episode in 2 weeks. It's been fun, to say the least.
Interesting.
Very much so.
Very interesting.
I got a feeling that the group chat is lit. I ain't checked my phone. But anyway, it's been a great time tonight. I hope that you guys go and reflect on some uncomfortable truths tonight. Don't go digging 20 years back. It's really not that important. Maybe go a couple months,
or a few days ago.
Few days. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is that y'all need to do.
You can go a few days back if it was 20 years. You just can't go back 20 years, but you can go a few days back, you know what I'm saying, to reflect on what you reflected
whatever you
on.
need to reflect on. But after you reflect and self-assess, what's the second one I told you?
Act.
No, see, you wasn't even paying attention.
Yeah, well,
Take ownership.
Oh, take ownership. That's right.
Golly, was anybody else taking notes? Because Lamar wasn't in
take
here
ownership.
taking notes on all this stuff that I was spitting. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, Jimmy, that's a good thought there, Jimmy. Listen, if you listen to today's podcast, whether you were live or you checking the replay, please don't go ask your spouse for their yearbook. Okay?
I didn't ask you first of all. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying.
Even if just if you happen to stumble across it one day, just don't read it. It's not important. It's old. Okay. So let's not, you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
let's not go there.
Yeah.
I'm not starting this back up.
Yeah.
So that was number 2.
Okay.
What was number 3? What did I tell you?
Execute.
Action plan.
Action plan.
You really didn't take good notes today. So the people, the people in the chat should have took notes. Y'all should have put the number 1, 2s, and 3s in the chat, but y'all didn't. You want to know who you want to put in the chat? You was putting names in the chat, right? You was putting people eye colors in the chat because you're messy. But don't worry about it. I'm gonna let the Lord take care of every last one of y'all. Okay. Number 1, self-assess.
Self-assess.
Number 2. Take ownership.
Ownership.
At number 3, we're gonna develop a good action plan to get you out of this situation. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
You better be developing it. Yeah.
She said we put the things that mattered in the chat. Golly, Brittany, we trying to help the people in life, love, and business. And you mean to tell me that them 3 important points was not more important than this guy's
read it, meet it. Hey,
I gotta go.
I'm just saying.
I gotta go because the chat is already it got crazy all over again, and I'm not. I refuse.
That's that uncomfortable.
If y'all watching on YouTube, I'm so happy because you missed all of the foolery that happened on Facebook. Because all it looks like a lot of these folks is watching on Facebook. I'm sure my YouTube people are dignified. And just y'all don't do that over there.
Hey,
okay, don't do that over there, YouTube land.
Hey, Jimmy, come on down, man. We might have something
Facebook
to talk about. We can rip a few lips
together today. Do you?
She do keep bringing it up. You don't know why? You want to know why? All
right, guys. It's been great. We've had a great episode today. What I've learned from today is to never take 2 weeks off.
She just,
never.
She was giddy. When she read about it, she was all giddy. She took the book. Let me see. She just giddy. I was like, oh, okay, then. Right. Yeah, just get it.
I'm glad that you had an opportunity to have a moment tonight. I know these are far few in between.
She wasn't laughing. She was giddy.
I'll tell you what you ain't gonna get.
She was giddy.
I need to go because I didn't bring my inhaler up here, and I'm gonna need to get. Which I believe that I have been having to use an inhaler ever since I went to Alcorn. This is crazy. I haven't. That's another thing I ain't had in 20 years. An inhaler. Yeah. I have not had to use an inhaler since I was in high school, and I went to Alcorn homecoming a couple weeks ago, and man, I'm talking about. I don't know what happened. Please send prayers first of all, because we had lion's mane mushroom tonight. I'm thinking because that week I did not eat meat. That week I took different types of mushrooms, but I think that was the first time I had lion's mane mushroom when I went up there. So I'm blaming it either on the trees at Alcorn or lion's mane mushroom. But if it's lion's mane, I'm gonna have to just be walking around here looking like Hitch.
Cause that steak tonight,
that mushroom steak tonight was absolutely phenomenal. But I feel my left eye is starting to close just a tad bit. If I wake up in the morning and it's closed real tight, I know for certain that it's the lion's mane mushroom. But I've been having to use an inhaler, man. So I'm hoping it's not those mushrooms because, man, they have become one of my favorites. But if it is, then we're going to just keep this inhaler on my hip and some Benadryl next to me because, man, that stuff was so good. But I think
it really was good.
I'm hoping it's the Alcorn trees because I ain't got to go up there. But I would like to keep these mushrooms in my life. So anyway, we've rambled enough tonight. Thank y'all for hanging out with us. Thanks to the class of 03 that came in and blew up the Facebook chat. I owe y'all big time for that. I got some pictures and some videos of some of y'all that I'm about to have to release and do favor for some of this foolishness that y'all to put out here on me tonight. But it's all good. It's all love. I still love y'all. I'm still super excited about our reunion. So it's all good, man.
And you can find me at Lemoyne Robinson on Facebook if y'all want to send me a message about something. I'm your agent. I am _ you are _ agent.
Ain't nobody looking for you, bro. I promise ain't nobody looking for you.
If y'all want to send me, any messages or anything like that regarding any conversation that we may have.
Ain't nobody looking for you. They not checking for you. And if anybody want to come back from Hazelhurst 20 years ago, be my guest.
Hey, we out of here, man.
Yes, man. Y'all have a good night. We'll see y'all next week.
No doubt.